This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem. We've had a main B plus level.
Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by at 13, we're looking.
Hi and welcome to UFAH Rendezvous. We have a new bunch of images that are our favorite images, and this will be episode 9 to 15. And with us in these 6 episodes we have Neville Thompson, we have Martine Graney, we have Coach Billy Casa, we have Rami Bar-Elan, and we have a special guest today, and that is Joey White from ArtAlienTV.
That's me.
Welcome here, Joey. That's the first time you're with us today.
Yes. Well, thanks for having me. It's great to see you all, actually. I actually chat to you in person. That's really cool.
We are happy to have you here. So let's start with Joey's favorite images. Joey, will you please describe your favorite image?
Well, this is something I found at the bottom of Mount Sharp about a year ago, just over a year ago. And I was just looking along the lake bed, which is covered in blue sand, and I thought, well, if there was life on Mars, then they must have gone across the lake in a boat. And then I looked a bit further, and there's a boat just sitting there. And it looks like it's kind of petrified and covered in sand and stuff like that. And you can actually see a number plate on the front of it, even before you do any enhancements to it, which is why I chose it for this program. Because basically you don't have to enhance the image, you can just zoom in and look at the front of the boat, and there's a number on the front. And what really struck me is the fact that the numbers look very much like ours. It looks like a 2, a 9 and an S. I mean, the 2 may not be a 2, it may be something else, but they do look like English or our sort of letters and numbers, you know.
They do.
They do, and that really perplexed me. I thought, why would they look like ours? But then I thought, why wouldn't they? Because if you think about it logically, maybe some of our numbers came from Mars. Some people in the Middle East do claim to be related to the Martians, or at least their ancient relatives came from Mars. So maybe some of our stuff is actually Martian.
Could be, yes.
Or maybe the other way around. Maybe some of our people went there a very long time ago. We don't know. Absolutely no idea. Did
you do the processing self in this image?
Yes, yeah. I just, well, you can see I drew around the object and then really played with the contrast and stuff like that. I didn't add any colour to it. I just white balanced it. And in the video I did I did some different colour filters on it to show the different details and stuff like that. But it does look like a riverboat. And it looks to be about 20 foot long, possibly a bit bigger than that. It's very hard to tell. But it's not unlike a boat you would see down here, like a small cabin on the front, and you would probably stand on the back and steer it from the back, you know. Very strange.
It's a really, really great picture. I really, really like it. I have been looking at it a lot, and my first thoughts on it was, wow.
Yeah.
Have you anything you want to add to it before we start the comment round?
Well, yeah. I have found many others. I think this is the first really clear one I found. But there are many boats and ships at the bottom of Mount Sharp. But most of them are quite a long way off. They're much further away. This one was actually quite close up to the rover. Less than 50 meters away, maybe 25 meters. I don't know exactly, but. It's not that big, it's just much closer than all the others, and some of the boats I've found, or ships more like, are hundreds of feet long, and they're all at the bottom of Mount Sharp. Some of them, in some places, you can see 2 or 3 boats together, lined up. And I found a new one just the other day, which I'll be publishing tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that one. It looks like a cabin cruiser, and it seems to have been smashed up. When the cataclysm hit there, whatever happened, this boat must have been tossed up in the air or something, and it's landed back down, and the cabin's all smashed in. But you can see windows in this one, but the roof is kind of torn out. It looks like it's been hit by something like a rock or another boat, perhaps. And You'll have to wait and see tomorrow for that one, but it's another really cool find. This one, I think you'll like this one as well.
We are really looking forward to see.
But this one has windows. You can actually see the windows on it on the front of the cabin. So this is pretty cool.
Sounds pretty cool. Sounds really cool.
And one of the other ships I found recently, which I published about a week ago, it's also got numbers on it or letters. It's got MR on the side of it in big, huge letters. And there's also a name on the boat, but you can't actually make it out because it's quite a long way off. You can't actually read what it says, but it looks like there's huge letters going along the side of the boat that say something or other, some kind of name or something. So, you know, it's quite likely that we're going to find a lot more of these because I think I must have found over 30 so far.
Yeah.
And a lot of them aren't that clear because they're too far away, but some of the ones I'm finding now are a bit closer. So I fully expect.
I found one on Sol 19. I've just brought it up. You can actually see the windows and the cabin.
Cool.
It's good, like.
But the other boat we're talking about here is a topic for next time. Right now, I would like to hear, Neville, your thoughts on Joey's boat here.
Yeah, I pulled it up there. Yeah, it looks like the boat. You can see the curved back, can't you? The back of it, and the numbers on the front. It's got like a lower section to it as well, hasn't it? Like like a square section that comes up.
It's it looks like it's made of wood and metal as well. It's got a wooden roof on it, and it's got blue metal along the side. And if you look at the bottom of the boat, it's painted white underneath. It's got a white hull. Now that's also quite common on Earth. Blue and whites are the most common colours for boats, especially smaller boats.
Yeah.
So it's very, very similar to something you see down here. Really similar.
If you squint your eyes slightly, you can see like a dark window in the side of it, and then on the back of it, on the side of it near the back, there's a round porthole as well.
There may well be, yes, there may well be, but the image isn't great, as all the images are. They're quite badly damaged images. And if you process them too hard, they just break up.
Yeah.
Because they're JPEGs, you know. That's the JPEG thing, you know. But there's definitely more detail to be seen there, I think, if you want to push it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Martina,
It will be.
what's your thoughts on it?
I thought it was terrific when I saw this. The numbers are so clear on there; it's quite extraordinary. You're saying it's 20 foot long, Joe? Yeah.
Approximately, yeah. It could be longer.
Yeah. I absolutely agree with you. I wouldn't be surprised if we started to see a lot more of these, considering that Gale Crater itself was one huge lake. There probably were quite a few pleasure boats sailing around on there at some time. But of course, we don't know how old this is. And
the fact that it's got a number on the front. Now, most boats down here will have a name or number plate on the front and the back as well, so they should have two.
Yeah, they do here where I live. It's true.
Yes.
But I mean, I see boats like this nearly every day on the sea, especially at this time of the year. And that looks, yeah, it looks like you've got a deck running along there above the white part at the bottom.
Yeah.
Just above that, I would say that was a deck, and there's, as you say, there's like a metal bar, maybe a safety bar, and above that,
I think it's called a gunnel. That thing that goes around the edge. Yes,
that's right.
Gunnel. Yeah.
And then above that, I think was a long window, a picture window, to look at the view. But yes, it does look to me as if it's made of two minerals there, wood and metal.
And you can actually see towards the back of the boat, you can see a crumple zone where it's been damaged.
That's
and the
right.
It's got a dent in it.
Yeah.
And there's also a bit of a dent at the front of the boat as well. So it was obviously damaged at some point, but it's in. I couldn't tell you how old it is, but it doesn't look that old to me. It looks quite recent.
This is the most baffling thing. Some of these things don't seem very old at all. And unless it's because we're just sort of working it out, on, you know, in the way, and relating it to the way things rot down and break down and decompose on Earth. But I mean, there we must remember, very dry atmosphere, so it's not going to oxidize and rust as quickly, is it?
It could be thousands of years old. The thing is, if there's very low air pressure and almost no oxygen and very, very little water, then things would just stay as they are for a very long time.
Exactly my point. Yeah.
Coach Billy Carson?
This, I remember when Joe actually uploaded this video the first day, because I've been subscribed to him for a very long time. And this really was amazing. I remember just getting drawn into this video because he did a fantastic job of really showing the stages that he took to get to the point where he's showing the enhanced image. And then the thing that I loved the most was the famous S. The S that you see all over Mars is on this boat. It's clear as day. There's no doubt about it. The S is there. I think there might be even an S on the back. I can't remember. But the S is definitely there, and the S is I found 3 more S's. I think what we're going to start doing is documenting all these S's and maybe even make a video for the S's, you know, because it's that many. It's so many of them. Yeah. And you know, this is clearly, to me, definitely a boat. I saw 2 boat videos from Joe. This one and one that was like a military ship. You know, this one is, you can see an outboard. I mean, this is just clearly, there's no doubt in my mind that this is some type of a vessel that, you know, goes on the water. The thing that I like the most about it, to me, is the writing. The writing is so clear. It's so easy to see. It's undeniable that there's obviously writing on this boat. And it's a smoking gun, really. I mean, and nobody can deny that this exists. It's there. It's not an image. It's not pareidolia and all this other crazy stuff. It's really, really there.
And it also appears in multiple images and on different sols and even different years, because the rover's actually been past it twice.
Nice.
And it shows up in about 4 or 5 different sols, and it shows from different angles, and you can still see the letters and numbers on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, some of the images were taken in the first year, some were taken in the second year, and different cameras, and so there are so many images of this thing. This is the best one of it, but there are lots of others as well. Mm-hmm. So it is definitely there for sure.
It's a great image. When I'm sitting here and looking at it here, it looks like there could be 2 floors, because when you look at the front and the triangular shape on the front and follow the line on the left side down, it seems like it's going down to the ground level. Mm-hmm. And if that is so, then we would see what looks to be 2 floors, stories tall.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure about it. And another thing, we talked about the white color of the front of the hull. I'm not sure about this, but isn't carbon fiber white in natural color when you're
not usually? No, it's kind of a yellowy color.
Okay.
when you cast it. My brother's a boat builder,
right, yes. As I said, I was not sure about it, because when you see something that has been standing outside made by carbon fiber, it usually seems whitish.
Some of it can, yes. Depends what type of carbon fiber is used, but boats are usually painted, and blue and white are the most common colours.
Yeah.
So that kind of goes along with that, I suppose. And if you look carefully on the roof, it's got a brown colour to it. It looks like wood. It looks like it's got a wooden roof.
Could be, yes.
I mean, we can't really be too sure about the colours, but there's definitely a lot of blue there, and there's some white there. But when you process the image, the colours start to break up a bit, and it's a bit hard to tell exactly, but it's definitely been painted.
Joe, one of your enhancements on your video, I thought I could actually see or pick out what might possibly be an inscription on the side of the boat.
Yes.
On one of your enhancements.
Yeah, you can see something there. It's hard to make it out, but there is something along the side as well. Yeah, it may just be damage, but
of course,
it's hard to say. But there is definitely more detail there, for sure.
This is a great image, Joey. thank you very much for sharing this with us, and for you, all of you that are looking at this on this video outside. You can find the link to the marsmoonspace.com, and you can find this video, and you can find Joey's video from his own channel with the original video in, besides the picture that we're gonna upload also, inclusive the original NASA link. Thank you, Joey, for sharing this image with us. That was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for episode 10, where this image from Martin Negrani is coming up. Until we see us again, take care. Bye.